Hi lads, just for anyone who missed the class today, I'm just going to run through the examples that we would have did in class and just to help you out either if you're getting a bit stuck on the homework. So the first example we're going to look at there is question 3 on page 574. Okay. So the question asks us to find the distance from O, 0, 0 to B minus 6 minus 8. So it's the distance. So we're going to write down the distance formula, okay? Because again, remember, it's word mark. So x2 minus x1 all to be squared plus y2 minus y1 all to be squared. Then I'm going to label my x and y1, my y2, x2, y2. And then I sub into the formula. So it's the square root of x2, what did I label x2 is minus 6, minus x1, which is 0, to be squared plus y2, what did I label y2? It's minus 8, minus y1 is 0, all to be squared. So minus 6 then minus 0 is just minus 6 to be squared, plus minus 8 minus 0 is minus 8 to be squared. So minus 6 squared is 36, plus minus 8 squared is 64. 36 then plus 64 is 100. So the square root then of 100 is 10. So the length there is, the distance is 10 units. After that question asks us to find the equation of the circle that contains point 0 and point B. So if I just draw out the circle really quickly here so we can have a look. So there's the center, which is 0, 0. And then somewhere down here we're going to have the point B, which is minus 6 minus 8. Okay, so for a circle to contain the point B, okay, so B has to be somewhere on that circle, so it's roughly there. Okay, so then out to B, from 0, 0 out to B then has to be, so it's from the center out to the edge of the circle. Okay, so that then has to be a radius. The length from the center of the circle out to B has to be the radius there, because from the center out to the edge. Okay, so that's just a sketch of a circle there, it's not to scale or anything like that. So then what we need to find is the equation of the circle. So looking at our log tables there then, we can see on page 19 there that we have some equations for the circle. So given the center HK and the radius R, the equation of the circle then is x minus h to be squared plus y minus k to be squared is equal to R squared. And that's the equation, okay, and the center is HK. So back to the question then, if we write out that formula, because again it's worth marks. And the form is x minus h all to be squared plus y minus k all to be squared is equal to R squared. So subbing into the formula then. So we know that 0, 0 is our center, so that's h and k. So x minus h, which is 0, all to be squared, plus y minus k, which is 0, all to be squared is equal to R squared. And we know that radius is 10. So x minus 0 then is just x to be squared plus y minus 0 is just y to be squared is equal to 10 squared, which is 100. So that's the equation of the line there. And that's that question done. So hopefully that's okay. I don't think there's nothing too major difficult there. So the only new thing there is the equation of the circle, which we should be all fairly familiar with subbing in two formulas now at this stage, hopefully. So then we're going to look at a second example. So the equation of a circle is given to us, so it's 9x squared plus 9y squared is equal to 100, and we're asked to find the radius. So if we write out the equation there, x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So we know that from the previous question. Okay, so when the center of the circle is 0, we can write the equation of the circle like that, okay? So we need to be able to write the equation that we're given, 9x squared plus 9y squared is equal to 100, in the same form of x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So we'll write it out there now. So 9x squared plus 9y squared is equal to 100. So then it's not quite like it because we have the 9 in front of the x squared and the y squared there. So we need to get rid of that 9. So what we need to do then is divide across by 9 there to get x and y on its own. Okay, so that's why we're dividing across by 9. If that was a 15x, we'd be dividing across by 15. If it was 13x, we would be dividing across by 13. So 9x squared then divided by 9 is x squared. Plus 9y squared divided by 9 is y squared. And 100 over 9 then. Okay, so now we have it in the form of x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So if we just rewrite out our equation there, so we can match up our r squared then. So then we know that r squared is equal to 100 over 9. Okay, so r squared is equal to 100 over 9. Now we know what r squared is, but we want to know what r is equal to. So what do we need to do? We need to get the square root of 100 over 9. Okay, to find r, so r then is equal to square root of 100 is 10 and the square root of 9 is 3. So our radius there is 10 over 3. Okay, so that's that question. So we found the radius. So then we'll have a look at example 3. So this is question 10 on page 574. So we're given the equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared is equal to 36. And we're asked to write down the coordinates of the center of the circle. Okay, so we're given x squared plus y squared is equal to 36. Because it's written in that form, x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared, we can say that the center of the circle here is 0, 0. So part 2 then asks us, what is the radius? So then if we write out x squared plus y squared is equal to 36, and we know that x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared, so straight away there we can say that r squared is equal to 36. Okay, so we want to know what r is, but we know what r squared is, so we need to find the square root there of 36 to find r. And the square root then of 36 is equal to 6. So our radius there is 6. So just highlight the answer there to make it obvious. And then part 3 then asks us to draw the circle. So if we draw out our x and y axis, so there we have it there. And then we need to draw our circle. So we know the radius is 6. So we know from the center of the circle, we go out 6 units there. So if we use our protractor, our compass to go out 6 units and draw a circle all the way around, then so we need to hold it, our compass there so it doesn't move in or move out. So it stays the same radius all the way around. Okay. So there's our circle there. So the radius is 6. So from the center of the circle, which is 0, 0, and we go out to 6. And we draw a circle all the way around using our compass. So 0, 0 out to 6. Because our radius is equal to 6. So that's why we went out 6 from the center. So part 4 then asks us, using the formula C is equal to 2 pi r, find the length of the circle. Give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. I'll just write out the formula there. C is equal to 2 pi r and correct 2 decimal places. So C is equal to 2 pi r, so we know the radius is 6. So instead of r we put in 6. And then 2 multiplied by 6 is 12. So C is equal to 12 pi. So if we use our calculator then to find out what 12 pi is equal to. There we go. So 12 pi equals, and then we hit the SD button because it wants in decimal places. So 36.6991, or 37, sorry, 0.6991. So as for 2 decimal places, so we draw our line. So 37.70 then, okay? When we round it up 1 decimal place. So it goes from 69 to 70. And then part 5. So that asks, this is the length of the line segment joining 0, which is 0, 0, and a 3615 greater than the length of the circle. Explain your answer. There's 3615. So again, we're looking for the distance, the length of a line segment. So it's the distance, so the length of AB is equal to x2 minus x1 all to be squared plus y2 minus y1 all to be squared. So if we label our 2 points then, x1, y1, x2, y2. So if we sub into our formula then, the distance is equal to the square root of x2, what we label x2 is 36, minus x1, which is 0, all to be squared, plus y2, what we label y2 is 15, minus y1, which is 0, all to be squared. So the square root then of 36 minus 0 is 36 squared, plus 15 minus 0 is 15 to be squared, which is equal to 36 squared then is 1296 when we do it on a calculator. Plus 15 squared, which is 225. 1296 plus 225 is equal to square root of 1521. So the square root of 1521 then is equal to 39. So yes, then the line segment is longer because the distance from O to A is longer than the length of the circle. Okay, so the length of the line segment is 39, the length of the circle is only 37.7. So it is longer there. So there's just one more thing I want to quickly look at. So for example, if you're told that A is minus 3, 4 and B is 3 minus 4 and it's the diameter of a circle. So that means it goes through the center of the circle, starting at one side of the circle, going all the way down to the other side, and you're asked to find the center of the circle. So the center of the circle is halfway between those 2 points. Okay, so halfway between is the center of the circle. You're told that those 2 points is the diameter, so halfway between. So what we do here is how many units is it to go from minus 3 all the way up to 3? There's 6, okay? So there's 3 units to 0 and then another 3 up to 3. So 3 and 3 is 6. And again, to go from 4 all the way down to minus 4. So from 4 to 0, it's minus 4, and then there's another minus 4 to get to minus 4 there. So if we divide both of them by 2 then, so 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So your center then is minus 3 plus 3 is 0, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So the center there is 0, 0 of the circle. Okay, and if we have a look there, it's 3 steps from minus 3 to 0, and then it's another 3 steps from 0 to 3, okay? And then from 4 to 0, it's minus 4 steps, and then from 0 to minus 4 is another minus 4 steps. So the midway point there is 0, 0. So that must be the center. Okay, so the center of the circle is halfway between the diameter. So that's just for question 13 there, if you're struggling with. So what I want you to do now for homework, and we started these in class today, so anyone missing, we did start them in class today. So it's on page 574 and 575, question 2, question 6, part 5 and 6, question 9, and question 13. Okay, so we did start those in class, and it's exercise 19.1 there. So make sure you submit all the work there, okay? So there's assignment online for you to upload your work to. So exercise 19.1, page 574 and 575, question 2, 6, just those two parts, just part 5 and 6, question 9 and question 13. So lads, it's really important we get going on them, okay? Thank you.